Do you know who this is? Little known fact about WDRB's Scott Reynolds, he's got a history with dairy cattle.
It's a baby cow and a baby Scott Reynolds. So we sent him to the fair on this opening day to give you a rundown on all things livestock.
I felt very fortunate to grow up on a 200-acre dairy farm in southeastern Minnesota. And we worked in a barn that was built in the late 1920s by my grandfather that still stands today. Spent many hours with calves and cows, raising them, milking them. I don't miss getting up in the morning real early and working 7 days a week, but I do miss a lot about the farm, and I thought I'd share some things you probably didn't know about dairy cattle. I grew up milking about 45 of these Holsteins every day, and these black and white beauties make up about 90% of America's dairy cows. Some say the most tame breed is the brown Swiss, like Delix here. Now, you might know them from the Swiss Miss chocolate package, but trust me, the milk they give is regular cow milk. No cow produces more milk than the Holstein. A good one can make 10, 12, maybe 14 gallons of milk per day. And you might drink skim or 2%, but the milk from Holsteins usually is around 3.5% milk fat. But the creamiest milk of all comes from the Jersey breed. It's the richest, and farmers get paid more for that extra butter fat in the milk. And let me tell you, that is creamy and tasty. Graceful just gave birth about a month ago, and in another month or so she'll be bred back to have another calf and keep on producing lots of milk as well. We would usually on the farm, after about 6 or 7 months of pregnancy, try to bump the calf right about here, and you could feel that it was getting ready to be born. Dairy farmers want heifer calves. The bull calves usually get sold off to some beef cattle farmer. And when I was young, I always had to run out and look at the newborn, lift that leg, and find out if it's a boy or a girl. We got a heifer here. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but many Ayrshire farmers will tell you that it's the most beautiful breed of all. So Tipsy, I now crown you Miss America. She says, what'd you say? It's better than a blue ribbon at the state fair? One last tip, if you have to give a cow a shot, maybe here some penicillin, or possibly do some work on their udder, they might kick, but there's a simple way to prevent it. You just grab their tail and push it straight up in the air. They can't kick, but they still can produce a cow pie, so you have to be careful. Right after I walked away from that cow, she did go to the bathroom within a minute. Probably had some anxiety thinking she was going to get a shot or maybe some type of treatment that might hurt a little bit. But thanks to all the farmers who were so kind here and let me work with their animals today. Don't miss them if you come out to the Kentucky State Fair. Scott Reynolds, WDRB News.
So this is where I really I wish that I could see our viewers watching that story, because when he took that milk straight from the spigot, I want to know how you reacted at home. Hayden wailed.
I screeched.
I asked if he asked permission from that cow before he just went in.
I just
on
learned
Bessie like that.
A lot about cattle and a lot about Scott Reynolds.
You can take the boy off the farm,
right?
But you can't take the farm out of the boy.
What a fun day at work.
Yeah, he had a great one. He had a great one. We hope you enjoyed that story.